A very warm welcome to the Sorrow-Free Life podcast. I'm here with amazing Claudia Freedom, my dear companion in the water tribe. And we've worked for many years together, Claudia, and I see you have risen like from the dust, like to such a queen and living in such abundance on so many levels. And I think you're kind of reminding with you've gone through a very tough story, and you're reminding people that you can find balance like on all levels on the to create more wealth, to be in the location where you want to be more emotionally balanced. And then we are just talking about just before the call, like how blessed we are to live these dream lives that we've actually created. And but it's also a journey. You have to go through mental blocks. You have to go through, like, to believe in yourself, to make investments, and you've really done that, like, fully. You, I remember you from the start many years ago, where you were like, "Okay, what do I do? I'll do anything." And you have, and then you have succeeded. And you're such an inspiration. You're now in Mexico. Uh, you were starting off in Sweden. Now you're so-called an expat in Mexico and just enjoying life over there and then inspiring so many others out there. So, yes, Claudia, I'm so happy to have you here with us and would love to hear from you a little bit about your background, how you got started, and also your journey to where you are now. So, yeah, go ahead.
Mm. Oh, thank you, Monica. Thank you. And just as a response to that, I also want to thank you for being such an inspiration on this journey. Um, because for me, I think like if it wasn't for the people walking before me, I wouldn't have been here either. Like having people who believe in me and also believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself has been so powerful. I think that's one of the most important things, um, to have a community of supporters, of people who push you forward, not like push you, but kind of like believe in you and cheer you on and celebrate with you. It feels like I've found my family here, my tribe. And I remember so well, like when you were talking about the beginning of my journey, I get sore. I get sore. It's like it's a part of my history that's very painful. I used this I used this opportunity to change my life. Like change your water, change your life. It's not just like a full line. It's a real statement. It's a real thing. And I didn't understand how powerful water could be. Uh, I actually came in here because I was tired of working long, uncomfortable hours at a job where I felt like I was only doing something that was kind of like good in the moment. It didn't have like some substantial value over time, And I was like, I want to do something better for people. I want to invest my time in something that's actually creating positive impact in people's lives, you know? So, and I also wanted to kind of like out, break out of the matrix, break out from Sweden, like all of it. I just wanted my ticket out, because I felt like my home was somewhere else. I was looking for home in on different levels. I was looking for home in people, like my family. I was looking for home as in the matter of location, and I also think I was looking for home inside, to find home in my own being, because I was struggling a lot, like mentally. And I had no idea that water could be such a miracle worker when it came to my mental health. The people who know me from a long time know the difference of who I used to be and how fragile I could be to sudden changes in environment or with friends, or if there was some kind of drama that would kind of like knock me off my feet for a week or two or a month. And this water literally helped me to become more balanced, be able to handle life more resiliently, more like with more flow and ease, to get more energy, more power, and more like it's just like feeling like I was working on a broken program, and just it was like this water kind of like just merged things together where it was broken. And I feel like I'm so much more whole than ever. Uh, and also having the people who are compassionate and loving and supportive has been transformative in itself as well. So the community was healing as well, you know?
Mm.
But I didn't come into this space because of that. I came into this space because I wanted out. And I realized that I needed better finances, you know? I was also struggling financially. When I saw this opportunity, it was like I had two different options that I was choosing from. And even though this option felt like the top one that I really wanted to go for, the other one kind of promised like passive income, na. So it's like a crypto investment thing that would give me passive income over the coming months. And there was also an affiliate program to that. And it just sounded good. However, that completely crashed. So I invested in that because I thought that would give me more finances so I could invest in this as well, like a year later. But it completely crashed during that time. And everything that I built up over a year's time crumbled down massively. I lost over a year's work, all of my money. I
Oh,
went from feeling like, oh, I'm for the first time, I'm feeling a little bit abundant. I had like $10,000 or something in my account. That account was in a platform. That was not my bank account, okay? Oh, and the
oh,
pain when I couldn't reach that money that I worked so hard for. Yeah, it was devastating. And I was
mm,
still struggling with my mental health, right? So you can imagine it was just like I was, yeah, in a thousand pieces at that time,
mm, mm.
really. And then Sana, the person who invited me to this space, oh, when she came to me right after there, and she's like, "Oh, it's a time for you to invest now," because she knew that I wanted to go into this. Like I was super excited about it because I saw people, becoming healthier. I saw people being able to work from their hammocks or their, like in the forest, etc. I was like, yeah, I want to do that. So I was like, yeah, I want to do this. I'm just waiting for like having enough money on my account on this crypto.
Oh my
But
God.
when she came
Yeah.
to me, I was
Mm,
flat broke, miserable, like absolutely smashed. And I'm like, no, I don't have it. I don't have any money. I need to just, you know, see what I can do. But what I realized that it was other options. I didn't have to have that whole lump sum of money to begin with.
mm, mm,
So I found other ways to, start with this and and to take a loan to get a payment plan. Payment plans. Yes, the company has payment plans. So it's actually super cheap to start,
And I
in my
think that
opinion.
if I can just pause you there, because I
Yes.
think that
Yeah,
was
because I can
so
talk for
brave.
hours.
That was so brave. And I think a lot of people, I actually wrote a post about that the other day, like the power of learning what to invest in and how. And I mean, you described the like losing all your money, and I've done that too. You know, when you believe in something, and then but then on the other side, then you learn, right? You learn to look at, okay, what is stable? Like 50 years old, stable. There's actually a product behind it. You're not throwing it out into the ether, into some platform somewhere.
Kind of
And
money game.
then you had the guts after that experience to actually invest. I mean, that was so brave, I think. And would you like to talk about that, like being brave to invest into the right things, and that all loans are not like bad loans, because I think that part is just so important to understand.
Mm, positive debt. We're talking about positive debt because many people only think about negative debt. Oh, it's just like a heavy thing onto you. But like if you use debt or a loan to invest in an asset, you can create positive debt. And like that's something that my ex-partner actually looked into a lot. Like, what is positive debt? It's actually when you, for example, you can take out a loan to invest in property, example, that you rent out, or in this case, invest in a business model that would give me more money every month than what I needed to spend or give back. And that's what I saw. I took a loan from a friend actually. I could take a loan from the bank or wherever, like you see the deal. Like I had a good deal with my friend. I could give it back to him in a matter of, a year's time or something, or faster if, if my business would take off sooner, etc. You could do that with a bank as well. Like if you want to
Mm,
pay it off quickly, you can. But just having that, like when I was like literally like it, now it was not just like, oh, I wanted to invest in a really good business. I was like struggling.
mm,
And I think many people would use that as an excuse. Like, yeah, you can use that as an excuse to not take action for another year or two or 15.
mm,
But come on, like, if you see this opportunity, I mean, if you really see it and you really understand it, I would say it's a no-brainer. Like you invest in yourself, in your own health, physically, mentally, but you also invest in your lifestyle where you can work basically from anywhere you want, like, and you can upgrade along the way because like you're actually investing in a business model that can give you exponential growth through like it's like a franchise system
mm,
where you kind of like leverage other people's success as well. Like this is not like a one person effort, it's a team effort. And I really love the feeling of helping other people overcome their mental blockages and also, you know, create a better financial situation for themselves because I honestly like people are still like struggling a lot financially. Like so
mm.
many people, they live paycheck to paycheck. They almost have
Mm.
nothing to save.
And there's usually such shame around it, especially like in Sweden where we come from. You don't talk about it, or it's kind of like you don't speak openly about like, oh my God, my finances are so bad. It's like you should kind of take care of yourself, not bother other people. But then I feel also with like with this community around you where you actually acknowledge, like be authentic, be honest, like just tell us exactly where you're at, and we want to help you, so you're not
Yeah.
alone in that. I think that just that part, like you said, that you're not alone in your situation is just so, so valuable, whatever obstacles that is coming your way. So would love to hear, like, you were so brave and you made that investment happen, and what happened next? Like, what was your experience? And also, what challenges did you face on the way? Because I know, I mean, there's expansion and then there's challenges as well.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's always, it's life changing, starting something new, you know, not having much experience. I mean, wait, I had some experience from that crypto thing, like network marketing. Um, what I liked with the crypto thing was that it was actually a high ticket thing. The bad thing was that my money was not coming into my bank account.
Kind of a
It
little
does
detail.
here. It does here. Okay. It comes straight to your bank account. Don't worry. No weird wallet out there. Yeah, and I tried a little bit of like low ticket network marketing before as well, but oh my God, it's such a hustle. Like the amount of sales that was needed to even pay for my own products, no. It's like, I don't know, 10 product sales every month, all or so, just to just to cover some stuff that I used myself. Like
Mm.
it's just too much. Here it's like 10 sales and you covered your whole initial investment, or less if you invest bigger, which is interesting actually. It's actually easier if you invest bigger. Like
Mm. Mm.
that's so cool. Um, but yeah, I couldn't do that. Like I took this loan from my friend and I decided like I am going to at least have one sale every month. I'm talking one. We're not talking about 10 or 20, you know, one. I knew that if I had one every month, my life situation would look completely different in just 1 year. And I did that. I did that. But like the challenge with that was like I didn't have those systems in place that like I have today. I went on it like I just contacted people like I was, because my situation was also really bad. I was like, I'm gonna do anything in my power to just change my situation.
Mm.
I just contacted people like, hey, I found this really cool thing. Like it's connected to health and it's good for the environment. Like, and you can earn like really good money. And I was like, wow. I was like, I was mind blown by the opportunity. And I just wanted people to understand what I understood. And like many people did, right? Like I
Mm.
had
Mm.
I had people coming in
Yeah, but
by
you
just
you got
reaching
it.
out.
Like, you understood it from the start, and then you gave it your all. Like,
Yeah. I
and
was
that's
like on fire. I was on fire. And I was like, wow, this is my ticket out of, from the dust. Like I'm gonna build an empire on this pile of dust. Okay. Like,
exactly. And I mean, that dedication builds your empire, right? When you
yeah,
saw the vision so clearly and ran with it, and like, here you are today. And that's,
yeah,
I guess, how powerful the mindset is as well. Like, in a way, like you say, you had these fragile sides, but I see also in you, my God, you have this burning power inside of you, Claudia.
I know. I have both sides for sure. Like I can be super powerful, but I'm also like the softest, softest little heart. And the way I care about people, it's almost too much for me,
Mm,
sometimes. But like, I think also that's why I love this space because everyone's like the same here. Um,
mm, mm,
People who really care about not only themselves, but actually making a positive impact on people around them and the
mm,
world. And that's where my true purpose comes in because I really want to do a bigger impact on the
mm,
world. Like I want to co-create like a holistic health center of sorts with like-minded people, and I want to work with the environment. I want to have my fingers in the earth, and I want to plant things. I want to grow my own food. I want to support people to heal the broken parts of them, like through the water and through plants, and like eating well and thinking well, because it's also so much about your mindset. Like I know that I was hindering myself so much, thinking like, oh, but who am I to do something like that? I was looking at other people, comparing myself. I don't know if I really, create that for myself. But then I realized, by watching other people in this business that has gone before me, it's like people have taken themselves from really tough situations, like living in their cars, fleeing countries, living in the basement of their parents' house, like having a lot of debt, etc. And then they started this and they got it, and they
Yeah,
started
yeah,
sharing it as a solution. It's because like
exactly.
it's about
Mm,
like, okay, I'm struggling. It's hard. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough energy. Like these three, we have a solution to these three.
yeah.
Like if you use them as your excuse, you're gonna stay here. Not enough
Mm,
money, not enough time, not enough energy. How long are you gonna stay there?
mm,
Like we have more energy through the water. We have more time. We unlock more time because we get more money through this amazing business model that is
mm,
probably the fairest, most beautiful business model that I've ever seen. And I've looked into many. I was
mm, mm.
opportunity dating for a while before I decided to put a ring on it. Like
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
actually, I bought this ring
Oh,
for
really? Oh,
for
no.
this business.
Oh
This
my
is
God.
this is my commitment to
Beautiful.
myself and
Oh,
my business. So I decided to put a ring on it. Um, because it also reminds me, like, I'm committing to something that feels so pure, so right, that I love deeply.
mm,
I'm committed to myself, I'm committed to health, I'm committed to positive impact, and I'm committed to my family, my tribe.
oh,
So
it's so beautiful, Claudia.
thank you.
And
And
I just want to add, like the people
yeah,
you talked about, like living in their car and, living in their mother's
yeah,
basement. Yes,
the people
these
I'm
are
talking about.
actual people who are the top income earners in our community. So it's like just look at the stories. That was actually a big thing for me too. These are real. These
Multi-millionaires,
are real
like,
stories. And there was the same feeling that I had. Like, okay, if they can do it and they're ordinary people from all walks of life, like I can do it. Anyone can do it. And it's like you say,
one
if you
can
just
do
have the ability to see the vision and take the steps. That's it, actually.
it. And with the systems that we have in place today, there's so many better ways to work, in my opinion, than how I started.
Yeah, it's
Like,
evolving so rapidly as well. It's like,
yeah, with
um,
AI, with systems, with ads, with so many things. Like, you can, like, I've been shifting a lot through my own journey, like from going into people's DMs, like literally just talking to people, like I don't know how many people every day. Like I went like, and it pays off for sure. You want to do that? Go for it. It works. However, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy. And I realized later on that I was more in tune with something called attraction marketing, where I'm like more in my values, in my dreams, in my vision, and like telling people like this is what I'm creating. Because before I had results, I had to talk about my vision and my dreams. This is what I'm creating. I'm getting out of this because I want that.
Yeah,
And
that's so
then
important. Mm.
further along the journey, I got results that I could show, like, okay, I am here. I'm living in Mexico thanks to the energy and effort and dedication I put into the right thing. Like, because we can put a lot of energy and effort into the wrong thing.
Yes.
So finding the right thing that actually
Mm.
pays us enough to be able to afford a better life and to unlock more time. So I think like if you compare time with money, like I don't know about you, like time with the people you love, time doing things that you love, and also having enough money to actually, take that flight or that trip or, you know, buy that car. Monica,
Yes.
I know you invested
I
in your
have my
dream
dream.
car.
Yes,
You
I
have your
do.
dream car, and I live my dream life in
Yeah.
Mexico by the
Mm.
Caribbean Ocean, the beach, the champagne colored beaches and the turquoise water and the palm trees and living here with my beloved, having, like just a dreamy life with more
Mm.
peace than ever, with more love and abundance of my heart than ever, more
Mm.
time than ever.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, I mean, when I had like no income claims, okay, but like when I had my highest paying month, I calculated that it was almost like a full year income that of what I had before.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can earn this in a month. What does that actually mean time-wise? Yeah, it means basically that I can take out of months taking my foot off the gas
Mm.
and falling into something else, heal my nervous system, and work on myself and being creative and dancing and investing in the best food for myself. And, like, so I was like,
Mm.
wow, that is something.
Mm.
Or I could just continue working and earn more. It's like it's all up to us, but I could really take my foot off the gas.
Yeah, yeah, and that is so important, right? Especially when I think people are so used to having the foot on the gas like all the time. They've almost forgotten about what it's like to that you might have like 1 month here, a weekend there, like a little bit there, but to have like a couple of months or even years, like my husband had 3 years off because of what
Mm.
I have created and was set in he needed that healing after this like brutal work that he'd been through many years and but to be able to have the time is such a healing, right? It's and I think it's such a misconception sometimes like money is connected to greed and like there has to be someone that is used for you to get money and we're actually shifting that completely, right? Because
Yeah.
and to see,
Earning by
okay,
helping.
yeah, this is actually win-win-win, like all the way through. And there's so many projections often onto us because people don't understand. And but when you have really truly experienced it, like I see with you, like living in Mexico, having your dream life, me living on the farm, being with my kids, helping my husband, it's such a reality. And you see this shift happening where you really value the money because you see what it creates, like all the positive impact it creates, right?
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think like I think some of the challenges for many people, I believe, is that they might still be a little bit too comfortable. Like
Mm.
they're not satisfied, but it's okay.
Mm.
I was uncomfortable, like
Yeah.
really uncomfortable. And I think like for some people who live that comfortable life, that it's okay. I I actually want to tell you that a comfortable life is a life far away from fulfillment.
Mm,
Like
mm.
comfort is many times a killer of dreams
Yeah.
because
Oh my
it's
God.
like
Yeah, that's
it's
so
okay.
true. Mm,
It's okay. Like
mm,
don't let it go so far down as for me. Like and don't feel like you need to go so far down to start
mm,
chasing what you truly deserve. Like, I think most people know that they want something more out of life. They want more time with their partners or their family or even with themselves or with
mm,
their art, music. I don't know, like, or their passion projects or um they have you have big dreams.
mm,
Like don't invalidate them as like, oh, that's just fantasy. Like it's so easy to do because we're comfortable and it's like, yeah, I'm okay in my little, comfortable bubble. Like
mm,
I guess like for me, I knew that I wanted something more even
mm,
before I had to go that far down. Like I knew I wanted to invest in this. I knew I wanted something better. I knew I wanted a more fulfilling and purposeful life,
mm,
but I
mm,
took the wrong choice.
mm,
I chose the I still chose the road of least resistance and the promise of the passive income, etc. I mean, sure, we can create passive income here as well. Like I've had
mm.
months where like $1,000 just dropped into my account, and I was like, where did this come from? Oh, someone made a sale. I didn't even talk to them. So yeah, sure, money will come in without you putting effort in after a while here. But like I invested in something that wasn't reliable, wasn't really sustainable.
Mm,
And like investing is something that really, really helps people with their physical health. You can't lose.
yeah.
You can't lose by
Mm,
investing in this. The
yeah.
worst case scenario is, oh, you have a medical grade device in your house for years and years to come. You can drink free living, almost like charged spring water for you and your whole family. And like, you can't lose.
Mm, mm.
You can't lose. Best case scenario,
Mm,
you take this opportunity and you run with it and you create massive impact on other people's
mm,
lives, and
mm.
that will give you more time, more location freedom, and more
Yeah, yeah.
finances to actually actualize the things that you've been dreaming of. Like your visions are not just fantasies, they are
Mm,
downloads. They
mm,
are sent to you to take action on them. It's like if you feel them, if you feel lit up when you think about, oh wow, I could create that retreat center. Oh, I could create like a shelter for like homeless animals or something. Like that's not just a fantasy. That's like your calling.
mm,
And
mm,
like what better thing to do than actually, starting to believe in yourself that you can and you will create that
mm, mm,
if
mm.
you take the steps. Like you have a supportive community here.
Mm, mm.
Even me, who
How
was
would you
completely
say?
mentally broken down, like completely like on my knees, could create a life of peace in the jungle. I mean, this is my office for today, like my jungle office. Wow.
Oh,
I
so
was by the
beautiful.
beach yesterday with with my beloved. I signed up another. like, oh, soul aligned human being the other day through a system that literally took the calls, signed the papers and everything, did all the paperwork, did the sales call. I didn't even do it. And I was like, what? I wasn't even kind of like really involved.
Mm, mm.
All of the numbers, etc. I didn't even have to talk about that because I had another person. Like we have people working 24 hours, 24/7 for us, closing
Yeah,
deals. Like what?
exactly.
I just signed and placed the person in my network. And
Mm,
I only have those inspirational, beautiful, deep conversations with
mm,
them instead of like all of the nitty-gritty details around how exactly the water works and how all of the numbers work. I mean, I love that. Don't get me wrong. I love having presentations about it because like I genuinely like I'm an ambassador. I
mm,
love this. I'm not
mm,
speaking about it out of, greed or anything. It's like I love this. I would talk
mm.
about it either way, but like I don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually don't have
Amazing.
to. I can and I will, but like many times I have other people doing that for me so I can have
Mm,
those deep, beautiful conversations with people
exactly. And
instead of.
isn't that like one of the great learnings that we come from? At least I was an entrepreneur before this. I know you've been doing that as well. And you think that you have to do everything and wear all the hats and like take care of everything yourself. And it's a shift, right? Coming into this community. It's like, okay, someone else can do this. There's an automated system here. Like, what should I do with all my time? It's
Yeah.
like
And
learning to also, because I went into that category where I thought I would just work as hard as I did before, where I missed out on, oh my God, this business is actually rewarding me for also honoring myself, for taking care of myself, and just being in alignment with my what I really, really want. And that is so like different from anything I've experienced, right?
goosebumps. Yeah. Right? We are actually being rewarded for being in alignment. Like, as you said, like
Like, where do you find
that's
that
just
otherwise?
revolutionary.
Where do you find that? I haven't found
Yeah.
it anywhere else, honestly.
And you by helping others, stepping into more health and alignment as well. Yeah, it's just so beautiful.
Mm, mm.
Mm.
But let me know, were there some kind of turning points on your way, in this business, in this community, where you kind of had insights and you overcame any hurdles on the way? Because I think that would be very, very useful to those maybe just starting up or, looking into this. What were the main kind of hurdles that you came across and how did you solve them?
I think my biggest hurdle was the almost inability to ask for help.
Mm,
Um, like like I need to be able to do things on my own. Um, it was a very, very subconscious program
mm,
that I was like unaware of in the beginning. So actually asking, first and foremost, just asking for the money was like honestly, like one of the scariest things I've ever done.
mm,
Like asking for, I mean, as I think about it in retrospect, it's not a lot of money. I was asking for like $1,500 or euros because I needed money for the down payment and some extra money for food because like I was broke. Uh, and in my in that reality, that was a lot of money. Like in this reality I live in now, it's not a lot of money. But in the reality that I lived in the past, it was a lot. And asking my close friends for that felt like big uh, a big ask. Like, oof, like because I felt like I've been, like I had to tell myself, like, I've been supporting other people with money like several times, and I've been used as well so many times that people been, asking me for money, and I've been lending it out, and I've been never getting it back or whatever. Like, why can't I just ask the people that I love for money and show them that I can be that trustful, beautiful person that actually gives it back because I invest in something that is, bringing it back. It was not like I was borrowing it to just spend it on some random stuff, right?
Mm,
So asking for help and feeling like it's not just me, the independent
mm,
being,
mm, mm.
that was like actually one of my biggest hurdles. And I still work on that.
Yeah.
I
Mm,
still work on that. I still see
mm.
that I have like that journey to walk on. I still like need to remind myself, like, Claudia, how you're doing, all of that. Like, can you outsource a little bit? Can you ask someone, like maybe
Yeah.
someone can take this part? Mm,
Mhm.
okay. Actually, and I can do that here. I
Mm,
can ask
mm,
up and I can ask down and sideways in the network.
mm, mm.
People like it's fun to collaborate, right? It's more fun when we do it together. Like, hello.
Yeah, yeah. And
So
what do you
just
think got
realizing
you
that
through
it's
that? Like, what do you believe? Is there anything that you can say to people? Like, how did you come through that hurdle of like not asking for help? What was driving you to actually do
practice,
it? Practice.
practice.
Yeah. Mm. Just do it
Like
anyway, even though it
just,
feels scary.
yeah,
Yeah.
just do it. Like it's super scary. Okay.
Mm.
It's not something that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Like it's not a real danger. It's
Mm.
scary because like I'm afraid to be looked at in a certain way, or I'm afraid
Mm.
that someone would say no to me. Like,
Yeah.
what? Like, it's not a big deal if someone says no.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Like, if they
Mm.
can't, they can't. But if they can and they want to, like, it's the same with investing in this, like detaching from the outcome. And it's like, I have a pot of gold here. Do you want
Mm.
some? Yeah, okay. Like, invest here and then, you know,
Do the steps. Yeah.
do the steps. I'll support you. We're gonna do it together.
Mm.
So
Mm.
literally just asking for help. And also like when it comes to offering this to other people, getting over the idea that I am a pain in the ass. Like
Yeah.
I think so many people have like, oh, but it's so scary. I talked to them
Yeah,
once.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
I reminded them the second time, and now I'm just feeling like I'm being pushy. I'm like getting over the idea of like we're pushing something onto people because like what's there to push?
Mm. Mm.
Like it's
Your
a
dream life
win-win-win.
and health
It's
and
a win,
wealth.
yeah, it's a win-win-win situation. Like
Mm. Mm.
getting over that idea that work needs to be hard or that we're working just to earn money. That's the old paradigm.
Yeah.
Like this is service.
Mm.
We are giving like the opportunity to change people's whole lives into
Yeah.
something better.
But it's funny
And
how this
it's
can block
service.
so much. Exactly. And but then like if you have a shop, like if you would have a bakery and you would put things out for people to see and like you would do ads, you would like
Maybe taste.
sell it, like you would get you need to get customers, right? You need to show, then it's okay. It's like, oh, but that's a bakery. But then, like, when it's funny how when there's another model that I know in some parts of the world, it's completely normal, like affiliate marketing. It's like, oh, you're doing that. Oh, great for you, you know. And in other parts, like in Sweden and Scandinavia, it's still like, oh my God, what is that? That is strange. But it's still exactly the same, right? It's still exactly the same, just like you say, just reaching out and, offering this beautiful, opportunity to change your life and health and your time and everything. Like, there's nothing bad there. And still people are
No,
blocking themselves. I see that in the community as well, with some people, like they get one no and then they completely shut down. Like, I will never
like
do this again. Like, I got one no. Somebody doesn't like this.
like
And then it's like,
also like
okay,
if they
but then
say
be
no
okay
to the
with that.
yeah, like if they say no to the opportunity, don't take it as they say no to you. Like don't
Exactly.
identify yourself with it. Yeah, you sure connect your values to it, connect your like heart to it, but it is not they're not saying no to you. If
Mm,
they're
mm,
saying no to investing in themselves, they're just saying no to that. And what I think is really cool as well, like I wanted to touch on this as well because like since I've been working with attraction marketing, it is a little bit about people saying yes to me as a person, as like an inspirational force.
mm,
However, what I realized is it's also possible to go completely faceless.
mm,
It's possible to do this completely without posting on social media, like with having like professional videos and ads running like in the background, and you just receiving when like people go through like a complete funnel system, etc. Like that's also possible. Sure, like then if you're not working, your money is working for you. Okay, like
mm. Yeah,
that's a
it's like
way to
someone
have your
said, if,
money work
yeah.
for you. So it's
Mm,
going to cost a little bit more. However, like then you don't need to put the energy and the time and of course you have to set up the system. You have to like it's not like a magic pill. There is work behind it, but when it's running, it's actually running and you do like what 10% of the work. So
exactly.
I'm actually decided that I'm going in that direction now, but I'm going to continue working as I've been working as well because I love being in just the vibe that I'm in and
Mm, mm,
inspiring people. I see it almost like it's an honor and a privilege, but it's almost like a responsibility as well,
mm,
seeing
mm,
where I come from and what I've been able to create.
mm.
It feels like if I wouldn't do that, it would feel almost like I'm kind of like uh I don't know, like
Keeping
not
it to
doing
yourself, maybe.
yeah, like
Yeah, like,
keeping
oh,
it to
here I
myself,
am.
like my little secret, my
I have my
precious,
dream life, but you
like
can't.
yeah, it's like no, it's like I know there are people out there. I was looking myself after something that could help me create something more abundant and peaceful and purposeful
Mm,
while earning enough. Like, and I found it here.
mm,
And like I just want other people to, if they're looking for it, to see that like, yeah, it's here.
yeah,
It's
and
here.
also
Like,
valuing your time, like earning a year's income in a month, then a monthly income. It actually makes a difference, right? For that.
yeah,
And
sure, it
then
took
you
some
can
time
you
to get
can
there, but
like
like
give that to other people, that opportunity. Isn't that like such a
such
blessing?
a blessing. It's such a blessing just knowing like I can give this to you. Like, you're gonna take it. Yeah. And it's so
Oh,
fun. It's so fun. Like all of the people in my team, like I love every single being in my team, literally,
yeah.
because I work from the heart. So every single being in my team, even if they are like not my direct,
Mm,
it's like I see a piece of myself in each and every one,
yeah.
and they are all so wonderful. Like it's a
Mm,
community of so many beautiful souls.
yes,
And
isn't
I
it?
get the absolute honor of like being in the same space with them.
Mm.
Like they inspire me, they teach me things. They are like my biggest supporters and friends, and I can be that for them.
Exactly. And like so that we're all different and we completely accept that we are different
Oh yeah,
and we all have
everyone's
different
different.
qualities and some want to spend more money but less time, some can spend more time but less money, and some like are good at one thing, another pe person is good at another thing. And it's and
We
that's the
just
beauty,
complete
I
each
think.
other, you know?
Yeah, that you can
We don't
set
have to
up
be
a
good at everything
yeah, you
ourselves.
can be
Like this
yourself
one is good.
authentically, and then you can do what you love, what you actually want to do, instead of like having to fit into this box. It's like in my life, I could never fit into that box. It was just like when I was boxed, I was like, how can I get out? Like that was
Yeah, me too. Like I need to get out.
this claustrophobic feeling, of just being stuck, and I guess that
Yeah.
it was a good thing because it got me out of that box in the end. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing to see. And you have this beautiful team growing around you, Claudia, and just amazed at everything you're creating together. And
Mm.
yeah, would love to kind of round up with some views of where do you see this going? Like both for yourself, but also like because I feel we're part of this beautiful movement in a way that is creating a new path, like another way of life, almost another way of living and earning and being in the end. And would just love to hear like more of what you are creating with this and where do you see it going?
Oh, oh, okay. Let me just gather myself because like whenever I go here, I touch my self-value edge, you know? It's always
Mm,
like what what do I deserve? How much what can I create? How much do I believe in myself?
mm, mm,
But seeing where this takes me and has taken me already and seeing the people walking in front of me, I know that everything is possible.
mm, mm,
And I'm a big believer in something bigger than myself. I'm
mm,
a big believer in all of the beauty, the spirit that connects us. And I see myself being a bigger instrument for the greater good
mm, mm,
through the liberation of my human avatar, my human vessel that I live in.
mm, mm.
So this always gets very spiritual for me because
Go for it.
now we're touching beyond what I can touch and see and feel today. Um, and I see myself really working with the medicines of the world, all of the medicines, like water primarily, the medicine of speech, the medicine of the heart, the medicine of connection between people, and the liberation of our minds, our consciousness. It's a vision that's beyond, like, kind of like, it's hard to put it into like a precise picture because it's so big and it's so deep and it goes through everything. So I know that it's going to, like, with the system that I'm putting into place right now, I see that like there was something that was so inspirational with the funnel that I'll be using myself. Like if I knew that I had a machine that every time that I put $1 in it, I'll get out two. Like how many times would I put $1 into it? I know we're talking about money here, but money is just energy. Okay. You
Mm.
can convert money into so many things. It depends on your intention and your dreams and like where you put your mind into it. Okay. So that health center that I'm talking about, like it's probably going to start in my own home. Like when I have more money to invest in a beautiful place with more room for workshops and ceremonies, etc. And then it's gonna grow from there with the people that I already have in my life and the people that are coming in. And
Mm.
so many of them, so many of you, I don't even really know yet. I haven't had the honor of meeting you physically or even digitally yet, but I know you're out there and that we are here for the same reason. We are here for the same purpose. And by, standing in my life and standing in my power and my vulnerability and all of the things that I, am made of, I know that, I will meet the right people and I will create the things that will be of the most benefit for
Mm.
everyone
Mm.
and everything.
Yeah,
Because I'm
yeah,
also so passionate about the environment and I want to like do so much like charity as well. Like I want to have an overflow so I can just go and do the things that I see is needed.
yeah.
Clean up the beach, the ocean, the jungle, like build a like an eco home, uh, have that holistic health center,
Mm.
like
Mm.
support people around me to live their purpose. Like
Mm.
because it just goes beyond self
Mm.
and into the connection of the whole.
Mm.
So,
That is so beautiful, Claudia. I love what you say that like that's when you start just being of service because I just had that experience the other day that you think we speak a lot about this in our team, like like tuning into your alignment, into your why, but it kind of falls deeper and deeper all the time. Once you have achieved things, in your life, you kind of come to a deeper level. And it's so true what I came exactly to the same point where I'm like, you know what? The deepest thing I want to do is to be fully of service, just feel like I'm standing straight in my purpose and like not apologizing for my light in any way and just daring to be a beacon of light, shining through. Because, like someone said, sometimes we're afraid of our light more than our darkness. Because it can trigger other people, and that's fine. When you're fine with other people's reactions and you keep on just walking your path, as this
mm,
and imagine more and more people doing that thing. Imagine
yes,
like hundreds and thousands of people just standing in their alignment, standing in their power, standing in their light, in complete like clarity in every step. Like you said, you don't always maybe know the next step. But if you stand there in your frequency, in your like the highest frequency, you will know your next step. Like it will appear
yes,
to you.
it will unfold. You have to trust that process, that unfolding. It's like being a flower that just keeps opening.
Exactly.
And
And
then
then
when you open more, you also release more beauty and fragrance and like life.
exactly.
It's so
And you
cool.
get to be in that process. You get to fully listen, you know,
Yeah.
listen inside. When we do this, I can take like this summer, I took a month not doing anything but following my own flow, for this whole month because I could anytime I
Yeah.
wanted to. And I can do that, anytime now also. But like where I'm at now, I'm kind of this full motion. Whoa, I want to do like, that kind of
Unlock the
feeling.
others.
Yes,
Unlock
and
the
then I can be in
others.
my fire for as long as I want.
Yes.
You know. Oh,
Talking about that, like this is my business card.
oh
I d-
wow. Oh, that's
I
beautiful.
chose a very specific headline. It's small, it's the fine print, but it says, "Ever wondered what life would be like if we all became our greatest versions? Get
Ah,
paid finding out." So
yeah.
I'm getting paid finding out how it is to become my greatest version while helping others become their greatest version. Like, yeah,
Like,
yes,
what do you
please.
do, Claudia? Like, yeah. Help
But in
others to be
essence,
the
that's
greatest
kind of what we
version.
do. But we
It
need to
is.
have the right vehicle. We need to have the right vehicle to be able to do that,
Mm, mm,
and the right team, the right people. Oh my goodness.
exactly. Yeah.
Mm,
It's, well, I feel like, we're in love with the same thing. It feels like
yes.
you're like, oh,
Mm,
you love this as much as me. And yeah, you did
yeah.
too. But it's true. Like you do fall in love with it. In the beginning, it's like,
Mm,
oh, going back to it and then going away a bit and like, oh, is this the thing? And then in the end, it's like, oh my God, this is it. Like when you really realize, like almost when you meet your life partners, that, like you said, put a ring on it. It's just like, this is it, guys.
this
I'm
is
never,
it.
ever
I'm
going
not
to
leaving.
leave. No, please.
Like,
You found
yeah,
that perfect partner, and you're gonna take care of it. And
yeah,
that's what you've done, Claudia. I think so many people sit with it in their laps and it's straight in front of them, but they don't really value it. Like they don't really see it the way you do. And some do, and they're taking the steps and they're, doing the work. It's not like that, but that
yeah,
ability to kind of have the vision like you have, it's just
mm,
incredible. And I wish more people get inspired from what we've talked about today to actually, step into that and believe in that, believe in your vision, believe in that deeper kind of fire that just wants to get out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, also like if you're too comfortable, the person like you listening, you're too comfortable right now. Try to live on like, I don't know, like $20 in a week. Try like for a month. Try to do that. Like pay your bills and give yourself $20 to live off every week. Like go dumpster diving, ask people for help, beg people to come to you because you can't take the bus or the car to go to them. Like this is some people's reality. That used to be my reality. I had like literally no money to pay for anything. I couldn't take the bus. That was too expensive for me. I would have to like ask my friends, like, can you take the bus to me? Because I can't.
Mm,
Me
mm,
and my partner at the time, we were dumpster diving every week for like the full week's food supply.
mm, mm,
It was really, really tough. Like if you're too comfortable, like you have to get a little bit hungry and see like I don't know how to explain it, but like I wasn't able to, even when I had it pretty good, I wasn't able to invest in really high quality foods to myself. I still had to look at all of the, you know, red price tags, et cetera, in the store. And like, I mean, of course, you don't have to splurge and be irresponsible with your money. Like to be able to invest in really, really good things for your body and have a really like a good, you know, gym membership and be able to travel and have your own car and not be reliant on other people or like stressed over next month.
Mm,
Like what if something happens? Like what if your family member or yourself gets sick for a couple of weeks? Like,
mm,
will you be
mm.
able to actually take that time off?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, we need to have a buffer.
Hmm.
We
Maybe,
need
I
to
mean,
have a
yeah, I mean, in a way, I was living that life, like a bit comfortable life, but I saw that I didn't have my time, you know? Sometimes you have money, but you don't have time. And for me, it was just the driving force to actually reclaim my time, to actually have my time back. So
yeah.
usually you lack either money or you lack time. Like that's the usual story for people. And
Mm, so
like
many lack time. They work and work and work and they work
yeah,
hard.
exactly. And
And
then what
then,
do you work for? You work usually for someone else. You don't work for you and your long-term
oh,
plan. And I think just to be able to have, like, I just spent a couple of hours per day building another stream of income that then could replace my income. It's this ability, I think, to have a long-term thinking in your life. So, yeah, that's, I think maybe leave people with that and just really have a think about also just to take the time to like listen to this podcast or jump into the actual training that we offer, like making an educated decision on what this is about, because usually the comfortable mind is like coming with these excuses, and then you're blocking this beautiful life like that can unfold for you. So yeah, Claudia,
yeah.
I'm so happy you saw this from the start and you like
Oh,
you ran
I
with
was like, what?
you had the urgency, like
I was like, what is
dumpster
this real?
diving.
I'm like, is this real? I mean, I saw this before my life was that tough.
Yeah.
I'm really sad for myself that I didn't take the step earlier, that I
Mhm.
waited that year because that year was like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah, like
exactly.
my only regret in this is like that I didn't act sooner,
Sooner,
like
yeah, yeah.
sooner, like because I would be 1 year ahead as well. Because next year is gonna be
Ah, then
even
you would be
better.
where I am.
Yeah, next year is gonna be even better. It's like
Exactly.
it's just gets better and better. Like
Your
don't,
Lamborghini is around the corner, Claudia.
yeah, right.
Don't worry.
Yeah, and like if you have some time to, just deflate after work or something and look at Netflix or some kind of series, 2, 3 hours here and there, like you do have time to go through this.
Yeah.
Something that can actually change your life and not just like give you some
Mm,
time off
yeah,
thinking. It can give you
definitely.
some time off of work in the future. Like
Mm.
I think it's a good investment time wise to really, really look into this deeper.
Yeah, instead of like Netflix, take a couple of hours and change your
Yeah.
life potentially.
Mm-hmm. For
Yeah.
sure.
And I remember that point actually. It's like, is it worth it to watch 1 hour like a presentation or not? And like, but I had, like you said, that I had this intuition, like, oh my God, I have to do this. Like, this is it. I just kind of knew it from the start. And I think people that feel that nudge and you just feel that pull, like, listen to it. For me, I was fortunate. It just took a week for me to make my decision. And then I was all in, like, okay, give me the best package. I'm doing this all in. Like, because
Oh
I
yeah.
have the
I wish I had
possibility.
that opportunity
Yeah,
because
I mean,
like,
we had
yeah, the
savings
people,
and we just
oh,
took it into this. We had the possibility.
oh yeah.
So, yeah, Claudia, we need to round up
I know.
here.
I know we can talk
We're talking
forever.
about our beloved, like,
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's so
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah. I love talking to you. I love your energy and your vision, your dedication, everything that you've done for so many people already. Like you say, like you've changed so many people's lives, including your own already. And really looking forward to, see what we're going to create moving forward. And like we said, the expansion is here, like the tools we have, the systems. My God, we're getting more and more time to just do what we're here to do, using these incredible systems that are in place. So,
Yeah.
any
Yeah,
last
the
words,
thing, yeah, the thing
Julia?
I need to watch out for now is like getting lazy or feeling
Yeah,
being
maybe you can
spoiled.
keep to yourself.
Like,
Don't get comfortable, Claudia.
a bit too comfortable. No, no, no. No, the last words is like take the leap. If you haven't already educated yourself on what this is, like you might need to look at this from several angles to understand how incredibly beautiful it is, how real it is. It's not a scam or anything. It's like a real win-win-win situation here. Like, and then like from my perspective, like don't wait and wait for things to get perfect or for you to get ready because you can wait forever because you're never going to be fully ready until you're like decide to
Mm,
do it.
mm,
And like the sooner you start, the sooner you're going to be ahead,
mm.
you
Yeah,
know? Yeah.
yeah, it might be.
It's never too early, it's never too late to start, but like the best time is as soon as possible.
Yeah, and you might be a bit uncomfortable, like in the transition, but then
Mm,
moving forward, there's
normal.
so much ease and flow and like choice coming up for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing, Claudia. Continue to just enjoy your paradise over there.
I will.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna enjoy
will.
my time with the kids over here. And yeah, blessed to work with you. Amazing to see and hear your story. And
Thank you.
lots of love to you from Sweden. Have a great
Lots
day.
of love from Mexico.
Yay. Thank you for being here with us. Thank
Thank
you. Bye
you.
bye.